What is a resource? We'll adopt Robert T. Kiyosaki's term from Rich Dad Poor Dad since it's a really usable definition. Assets, according to Robert Kiyosaki, everything that increases our net personal income or fosters long-term wealth is an asset. So, we were all aware of the asset. Now that we are all so keen on accumulating assets, why not look for those assets where we can generate long-term wealth? Hello everyone, welcome to Finance Wisdom. In this video, we're going to talk about 10 assets according to Robert Kiyosaki that can make you rich. If you're new to this channel, do like and subscribe to the channel. Let's first have a deeper understanding of the concept of assets. Throughout this video, we'll stick with that. We previously established that an asset is something that increases our net wealth. For the time being, we'll accept anything that requires our time, effort, or money for a single instance or short period of time, but produces benefits or rewards that will last a long time. That implies we will be able to profit from it for 10 to 15 years. So in this video, we'll discuss various sorts of assets. At number 1, equipment and machinery. An automobile is one such piece of equipment. It becomes a resource for him if someone uses it as a taxi. If a tractor is being used on a farm, it becomes useful. If a laptop is utilized for business, it becomes an asset because all of these assets have a one-time investment yet provide long-term profits. As a result, we are acting in accordance with our definition of each asset. Let's use some additional instances, as when someone uses a phone to record videos or a movie, for instance, utilizing a quality DSLR camera to record this movie is a benefit for us. Plants and equipment are also assets for every firm. Equipment is therefore a valuable asset for us. Number 2 is intellectual property. This refers to licensing, patents, copyrights, and trademarks. This implies that if you create something new or own the rights to something new, you have the option of either patenting it or not. For instance, pharmaceutical corporations will patent any new medicines that they develop, and they will continue to benefit from that one innovation for a long time. Similarly, everyone is familiar with Harry Potter. J.K. Rowling is the author of this series, and she receives royalties from all the films based on it. She just had to put in the effort once to write those books, but she will reap the benefits for the rest of her life. Similar to that, everyone is familiar with the Marvel characters and the films that are based on them. Therefore, if you have copyrights or licensing rights to anything, you are entitled to the advantages forever. This asset will bring a lot of money forever, assets according to Robert Kiyosaki. Number 3 asset, brand and goodwill, which will not measured in money terms, has significant worth. Nowadays, we purchase goods online, yet we don't readily trust any brand. For shopping, we often go to sites like Amazon, Flipkart, or a few more reliable ones. Despite their high price, many still purchase Apple devices. As to why they do it, it's because we believe in that company's reputation and the quality of its items. That is why we purchase such goods. The number 4 asset is people. How many would agree that individuals and groups are assets? They certainly are. How is Apple able to produce goods of such a high caliber due to their investment in deserving individuals? They provide them with respectable compensation. That is how they manufacture such top-notch goods. Teamwork is thus highly valued in all of these digital organizations and not only in those. Every firm understands the value of teamwork. There is a notion known as acqui-hire in modern times. This may have been seen in startups. A corporation may buy such a business if the staff is strong, but let's say things aren't going well in the business. However, it's possible that businesses considered hiring the workers separately. However, if they acquire the whole company, the staff travels to them already in place, and the process is sped up. Therefore, we must comprehend that those who volunteer their time and energy are assets to us. Number 5 asset is content. When Jay-Z creates a song, it is only ever created once, but he or she retains lifelong rights to it and may make money off of it. A book is only ever written once, yet the author receives a lifetime of royalties. It's similar to how movies are only made once, but individuals get paid for their whole lives. There are social media platforms, YouTube channels, blogs, and web pages. Nowadays, users of Instagram are celebrities. These folks are all producing stuff that will eventually be beneficial to them. Therefore, any kind of content is useful to us. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Let's continue to discuss assets according to Robert Kiyosaki. The number 6 asset is business. There is no denying the fact that working in a company may bring in a sizable income. However, there is also a great deal of danger involved. Thus, we must take into account both factors. It is clear that the majority of billionaires have built their fortunes via their enterprises. We should also be cognizant of its negative aspects, whether they are shown by Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, or many other instances. Since there is little liquidity in the company, it is impossible to stop operating it overnight. It would be hard to turn around if, for example, you choose the incorrect path since companies had exit barriers. Because of this, it's crucial to research any company before engaging in it. Number 7. Asset, which is real estate. I'd like to start by sharing a few quotes about real estate. The largest fortunes in America have been built on land. John D. Rockefeller, who owned the corporation Standard Oil, was a magnate for oil. At the time, he owned 90% of the oil in the United States. Second, Andrew Carnegie, who was his contemporary at the time and founded U.S. Steel, built a massive corporate empire in the steel industry. He said that 90% of all millionaires become billionaires by owning real estate. The fact that a great number of millionaires are created here makes real estate here distinctive. Not a single billionaire is being discussed. Some of them may even be billionaires who own real estate companies. However, if we consider statistics, most millionaires are made via real estate. So let's discuss its negative side. Real estate has little liquidity as well. Therefore, it's possible that you won't be able to sell that property readily if you suddenly find yourself in need of cash. Second, most real estate purchases are leveraged, meaning they require debt or loans. When a loan is used to purchase an item or make an investment, the profits are likewise doubled. However, any losses are also multiplied as a result. Thus, we also need to be aware of the leverage effect. Number 8, we have paper assets. Describe your paper assets. Stock comes first in this. Stocks refer to investments made in the stock market. You'll notice that many individuals have made billion-dollar fortunes in the stock market. The best-known example of this is Warren Buffett. We also have Jim Rogers, George Soros, and many more. Find out more about them here. Stocks are a major source of income for many individuals. Fixed income or fixed return investments are examples of investments that one might make if they desired a fixed income or fixed returns. For people who wish to indirectly engage in the stock market, mutual funds are another choice. FDs or other deposits, such as post office savings plans or other kinds of savings schemes, also come within the category of paper assets. However, since the returns there are not as excellent, which may beat inflation, they are not really advised. Number 9 is commodities asset. Commodities include oil, gold, and silver, among many others. In particular, gold and silver are ideal commodities for hedging. Gold and silver perform well, especially during recessions and other difficult periods. Therefore, the remaining portfolio can decline. Gold and silver commodities are thus highly useful at this moment. Therefore, we too should thoroughly research goods. Lastly, at number 10 is cash. Many would argue that it makes more sense to retain the money at home since it won't generate any income. I completely agree with you, but please consider this. Why do businesses like Apple, Berkshire Hathaway, and other large corporations in India, like Infosys, Reliance, and Tata, maintain cash on hand? They save money so they will have it available if they ever get the chance to expand in the future. Or they should have the funds to carry out any commercial deals they could get. The second advantage of cash is that, without it, you cannot complete a transaction if you go for execution, whether it be for real estate or even stocks, and the market has plummeted and you're receiving a good bargain. Thus, over time, these 10 objects may produce wealth. We've reached the end of another video and thank you for watching. I hope you have learned assets according to Robert Kiyosaki. If you like this video, do give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below. Thank you and goodbye.